everyone, we're back with part 3 of diving deeper into the ancestors of the Tazama African Tarot. We did the, we did the majors and we did the wands, and today we're going to continue with the cups. So let me put this away. Excuse me. So yeah, with the ace we have the same thing as we had with the wands. There's not really a representation, at least of a face, right? We have a hand, we have a hummingbird, I think it is, some water lilies. So beautiful card. I think I will do a complete walkthrough, even though we really dived already, but maybe a faster walkthrough of the whole deck at the end. But for now, let's put this aside. And then we will continue with the Two of Cups. I'm looking, I think it might be this person and then mirrored, right? Yeah, I think so. Well, anyway, sorry, excuse me. Let's start. So yeah, the Two of Cups. This particular man was a goat herder from the Liberian countryside. Goat farming is a core asset in rural households and farms in Liberia. Although his exact identity is unknown, we can derive from his clothing and the dagger he is carrying that he is from one of the largest ethnic groups in Liberia, the Kpele people. The Kpele used to live in North Sudan during the 16th century, but due to the Sudanic Empire falling apart, they fled to parts of Mali, Mauritania, Chad, and Liberia. There is some belief in forest spirits, the ancestors, and God, but the Kpele religion is more focused on secret medicine societies. The high god who created the world and then retired is the deity Mayala, if I say this correct. This god, Mayala, is believed to bless the children and bless the family to make them fruitful, always be healthy, and have good luck. As the Two of Cups, I think, this spirit stands for healthy and loving relationships. I like that. I think that's a beautiful representation. Like I said before, it's nice to see if something can really correlate with the base meaning of the card, right? Okay, let's go to the Three of Cups. Yeah, we see them all coming back, just placed in different positions, you know. So yeah, the Three of Cups. This image that inspired this card is from an illustrated book called Travels in the Timane, Koranko, and Sulima countries. It was published in 1825 by Africa explorer Alexander Gordon Laing, 1793 to 1826. In the image, you see the Solima female dancer, of whom he described the following. The females were to be seen in groups ready decked for the evening dance. The wool, the hair was divided and arranged into a number of small balls, which were tipped or surmounted by beads, cowries, and pieces of red cloth. The interstices, I really say that wrong, being smeared nearly an inch thick with fresh butter, adopted as a substitute for palm oil. The ankles and wrists were beautifully ornamented with strings of pound beads of various colors laced tightly together in depths of about 15 to 20 strings. The public dancing and singing women were distinguished from the others by the profusion of their head ornaments. Their large gold earrings shaped like a heart and rich silk of taffeta, cloths, and shawls, the latter of which suspended from the shoulders and supported on the arms, which brought into graceful action in the dance. I mean, this man was basically describing sisters knotting up their moisturized Bantu nuts, wearing gold hoops, dancing, singing, and having an amazing time. I like that. Okay. Yes, let's continue then with the Four of Cups. Yes, it is this picture, just again mirrored, you know. An orange seller is in the city of Cairo in the year 1892. The Australian painter Ludwig Deutsch found the anonymous seller sitting there on the ground in the hot and humid streets of Cairo, Egypt. We've seen this painter come back several times, huh? There were many orange sellers to be found in the streets of Cairo. Many of them were, just like him, of Nubian or Cushitic descent. Oranges are still one of the top export products of Egypt, as orange trees are planted nationwide. Egypt enjoys the advantage of being able to harvest 2 to 3 weeks earlier than competitors in the world, making Egypt one of the world's largest producers. The production of Egyptian oranges relies on irrigation from the Nile River. The mud deposited by the Nile provides the nutrient compounds needed to make the oranges as nutritious as they can be. Okay. Interesting. Let's continue with the 5. We see her here. I don't know if it's going to be the same. Let's see when we read. Here the basket is taken away, yeah? Yeah. Okay, 5 of Cups. Of this ancestor carrying the heavy load on her back is of Somali descent. Which group she belongs to and which background or religion she has is unknown. She is wearing the Somali traditional dress, guntinyo, and her upper body is covered by the shawl called garbasar, made of white and red cotton. Okay. Maybe this is an example of another dress like that, I think, then. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. So we don't really know too much of her, but by the dress we know she was probably of Somali origin. Okay, nice, huh? Like I said now many times, it's kind of nice, right? I mean, these are forgotten names, forgotten ancestors almost, and yeah, in this way we venerate them back, right? We're using their cards, even though we might not know much about her. Again, you know, she's coming back in that sense, right? She's being remembered. So again, very nice. Okay. Number 6. Did we not see this picture before, or am I crazy? Was she not in strings? Okay, let me see. Oh yeah, it says it said it here, but let me take the string cards with it. Here. Yeah. But now we see the man too. And they say also, same origin as that of the strings card. Both ladies are members of the Wanyamwezi people. See the strength card for full reference. The Nyamwezi people have this etiquette where they welcome friends or strangers. Drums would beat anytime a visitor would arrive or depart. When a woman of inferior status meets a superior, she drops on her knee and bows her head, where the lady of superior rank will place her hand on her shoulders, acknowledging her and whispering a few words in her ears, after which they rise and continue to talk freely. Okay, but okay, I believe I just assumed it was a man, my mistake. But yeah, okay. So yeah, that does come back. Even though it's a little bit different, of course, because in this case, the other female is also there. But yeah, I recognize, it's kind of funny. I never probably had them then come together up in a reading, and I never noticed it until now that I see the reference. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Let me put the strings already away. Yeah, then we continue here to number 7. So yeah, kind of funny. It does come back. Wait. Okay. Yeah, the 7. Okay, yeah, we have one person here. So let's read. A lady of mixed ethnicity, a Creole from Senegal, to be precise, also known as a signare. She is wearing a mourning costume. The first signares in Senegal came from Portuguese men and African women. See the 4 of Wands for further details about signares from Gorée Island in Senegal. Okay, because they talked about that before. Okay. And of course, then we have all the possibilities. We see her coming back, I think, just flipped. And then she is also flipped here in one of the cups. Okay. That's nice. That's nice. Number 8. Yeah, pretty direct. The 8 of Cups was inspired by an Orientalist painting titled At the Mosque by Ludwig Deutsch. Okay, a lot of paintings by Ludwig Deutsch have been used. That he made in Paris in 1895. The man in the painting is wearing lavish garments and red slippers, standing with his eyes closed, perhaps contemplating his life and situation next to the entrance of a mosque. Beautiful arabesque, blue tiles against the wall behind him, an Arabic instrument, the lute, and a beautiful carved wooden chest next to him. Okay. I do need to say, now that I really read, I think I had that initially, and then later on I didn't really mind it, but especially now that we're reading, there's a lot of, well, Muslim and Islamic influences in the deck. I find that interesting. Yeah, just interesting, because it is, of course, a colonizing aspect of Africa, you know. And I know, especially when we see these dates, they were already a little bit of the norm, right? But yeah, still interesting. Okay, the 9 of Cups. Our 9 of Cups is a beautiful Fulani chief. The picture was taken around the year 1900 in Dakar, present-day Senegal. The Fulani are one of the largest ethnic groups in the Sahel and West Africa. Fulani are also known as Fula, Peul, or Fulbe. Fulani are mainly nomadic herders and traders. They have established numerous trade routes in West Africa. Oftentimes, the Fulani go to markets, interact with people, learn all kinds of news and hearsay, then spread the news through many parts of West Africa. Okay, that's fun. Basically, they're tattletales. No, that's just a joke, but that's fun, right? Okay, for the Eight of Cups. I can understand that nomadic kind of thing, like walking away, right? Oh, okay. Or no, this was the 9, not the 8. Yeah, okay. Harder to place then, in all honesty. I will get there. I will get there. I will get there. And again, I'm mostly using my own instead of really going Rider Waite, but still. So yeah, this one is the 10 of Cups. This African lady is a member of the Bambara, a branch of the Mandingo ethnic group throughout West Africa, mostly in the Senegambia regions, in countries like Mali, Guinea, Burkina Faso, and Senegal. The Bambara originated as a royal section of the Mandinka people. They were the founders of the Mali Empire in the 13th century. Both Mandinga and Bambara are part of the Mande ethno-linguistic group, whose divergence is dated to at least about 7,000 years ago. Nice. Her name was Sira, and she requested that the artist drew her. She is sitting there, fiercely gazing at the onlooker, on a grass mat, wearing a hand-woven silk dress. Her head wrap is made of madras cloth, a large silk or cotton handkerchief, usually of bright colors, that is often worn as a turban. As she rocks golden hoops in her ears, her cheeks show her cheeks show scarification that in her culture is seen as decorative and adornment. It was seen as a component of a girl's coming to age, both physically and spiritually. Okay, I like that. It's beautiful. Yeah, she does look fierce. I can place that in the 10 of Cups, you know? That happy in who you are, in your feelings, being, you know, being self-confident. She asked to be drawn, you know, like, you better draw me. Okay. Let's continue to the page. I think we will see, yeah, we will see his picture here in a minute. It will be page 2. So let's read and see. Okay, the Page of Cups. The original image was made around 1885, depicting this beautiful Bisharin man. The Beja are people from the desert of Sudan. The people of Beja have been residents of the East Sudan deserts for 4,000 years. The Beja have lived in large areas between the Egyptian border, Eritrea, and eastern Sudan. During Roman times, the Beja were referred to as blemes, as bugas in Aksumite inscriptions in Ethiopia, and since medieval times as Beja. The majority of the Beja speak the Beja language, which with their mother. Okay. Cushitic branch of the Afro-Asiatic language families I'm sorry, I'm messing this up. The majority of the Beja speak the Beja language with their mother, a Cushitic branch of the Afro-Asiatic language families. Okay. In Eritrea and South Sudan, many of the Beja speak Arab or Tigray. The Beja were early adopters of Christianity, and they were Christians from the 10th century, making them very early adapters of Christianity. At the beginning of the 15th century, the Arabs had conquested big parts of northern Africa and even the south of Spain. Also in Africa, the Arabs knew to expand, which caused the Beja to convert to Islam as well. The Beja actually participated in the future Islamization of Sudan, moving it southwards. Okay. The Beja called their natural hairstyle tifa. Before the 20th century, it was considered a disgrace to cut your hair short. The hairstyle was supposedly the inspiration for African Americans in the 60s to model their Afro hairdo. Beja people also known to wear colorful amulets made of straw, ostrich feathers, and beads intended to ward off evil spirits. They are often given as a gift to keep loved ones safe. Okay, nice. Nice. Let me see something. Yeah, okay. I like it. Okay, let's continue then to the night. Okay. Yeah, we see him coming back here. That's very clear, right? So, the Knight of Cups, a horseman from the Sokoto cavalry. The Sokoto Caliphate existed between 1804 and 1903 as a Sunni Muslim caliphate in Nigeria. The name Sokoto is the modern version of the local name Sakwato, which originated from the Arabic word souk, which means market in English. The Sokoto Caliphate was an important location for Islamic learning in Nigeria. The Sultan is the head of the Caliphate and also the spiritual leader of Nigerian Muslims. Okay, we continue here, so let's keep reading. As part of the Sokoto Caliphate, the horseman played his part during the Fulani jihads after defeating the Hausa kingdoms in northern Nigeria. The Battle of Kano was an important battle between the Sokoto Caliphate and the British Empire. Despite their efforts, the British took over the city of Sokoto, which is now known as part of northern Nigeria. Okay. Yeah, because Hausa, I understand, is the Hausa language, yeah, is in the northern of Nigeria. Okay, again, interesting. I love to learn all these new things. Some I knew a little bit, others I didn't know. So, again, really cool. Okay, who is this one? Do we have a part 2 here? Yes. Okay, here she is. Okay, well, let's read. We will get to it then. Okay, Queen of Cups. The island of Madagascar is situated in the Indian Ocean, southwest of the African continent. This island has many sub-islands, and the island of Nosy Be, meaning big island in their language, Malagasy, is one of the main sub-islands of Madagascar. The Sakalava and the Antakarana are the main ethnicities that live in the region. In the last 2 centuries, the population of both Nosy Be and the rest of Madagascar became more multicultural when Indian and European foreigners, whom they refer to as Fazaha, settled on the island. Okay. We now get some information, I think. Let's see. Our Queen of Cups is from the islets of Nosy Be and is part of the Sakalava people. The Sakalava people of Nosy Be have such a distinct and colorful culture. Among works of art and crafts like the making of basketries, embroidery, and clothes, the Sakalava have these beautiful hairstyles that are made with so much love and inspiration. Different styles may vary with age, marital status, circumstances, and occasions. There are hairstyles for wedding, ritual demonstrations, celebrations, and mourning. It's not just the women. From the little girls and boys to the elderly ladies and gentlemen, everyone has their own different hairstyles. They combine braids with buns and knots and even jewelry and laces to make their dressing complete. I like that for the Queen of Cups because, well, that's my significator, so I can understand that, you know. I can place that. I like that. Nice. Okay, let's continue to the last one of this part 3, which is the King of Cups. We see her here. Okay, the King of Cups was inspired by this illustration from 1875 of a king of New Calabar, of the Kalabari Kingdom in modern-day Nigeria. Amachre IV, also known as Amakiri or Abe Prince Will, ruled Calabar from 1863 to the 1900s. The Kalabari Kingdom, also called Elem Kalabari, was situated in the eastern Niger Delta region of Nigeria. This king ruled over the Liao people. I'm sorry. Elem Kalibari became a large kingdom of 35 settlements. The people of Elam Kalibari originally worshipped the goddess Owemen Nakaso, or Awamenakaso, Akaso. Okay, the mother of all the deities of the Kalibari clan. Even when individual settlements had their own local gods and goddesses, she opposed war and bloodshed, and the Kalibari later claimed she was the sister of the British goddess Britannia, who ruled the seas. Okay. Interesting. So basically, yeah. Don't mess with him. Okay. And that one was the last one of the cup suit. So let me put the booklet aside. Again, I think nice to make associations now that we got to read a little bit. And like I said, it's on all of us as individual, you know, to really dive deeper into what you want to dive deeper into. But again, it already brings that extra layer to these cards, you know. Making certain associations. I mean, I don't think we can ever all, you know, get in our head all 78 ancestors in that sense. But yeah, making these associations, the ones that speak to you, and we can always refer back to the PDF or maybe do what I did, you know, print it out and have it in book form. However, which way you want to do it, we can always refer back, right? Okay, this was then the end of part 3. We will come back for part 4, and then we will look into or dive deeper into the ancestors of the suit of the swords. Okay. Till then, thank you again for watching. I hope to see you all back with part 4. Until then, have a great day. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.